We always look forward to our monthly chats with mayors from around the region. Burlington Mayor Marianne Meed Ward. It's her term on the couch. Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Your jacket matches the new couch.
Yeah,
Very
I got
nice.
the memo about
Perfect.
the red.
Okay, lots to get to. So last week, you and council made it clear that you'd be opposing the proposed Nelson Quarry expansion. Why?
The environmental impacts potentially are just devastating to the community, to the landscape, to the biodiversity in that area, and really to the water table. They have to dig below the water table, and of course all of the residents that live up there rely on that same water. And so there have been so many issues. There's about a 1,000-page report from what's called the Joint Agency Review Team. It's a group of experts who've reviewed Nelson's submissions, reviewed other materials that have been submitted, and raised huge red flags. And so when we got all of the evidence, had a look at that, talked to our planning staff, their recommendation was there is simply too much potential environmental devastation from this quarry activity, and it's not what we want to see in a World Biosphere Reserve on our Mount Nemo escarpment.
I was going to say, exactly where is it for people that are not familiar?
It is Mount Nemo area, and that is part of the Niagara Escarpment, and it is part of the World Biosphere Reserve. That is what it is. It's a very delicate ecosystem. So that is really sets it apart from other quarrying activity, perhaps other places in the province. They're not in a World Biosphere Reserve. This is a very delicate, environmentally sensitive area. And they also have decades worth of activity left on their existing quarry. So they can still mine and they can still use their existing license. There's no need for this expansion right now. And in fact, the environmental consequences would be severe. So council was unanimous and united in our view that this is not the place to do additional mining. And it's not necessary. So we'll make that case at the Ontario Land Tribunal. We think our case is very strong.
When is that?
Hearing is being planned for 2024, and it will be very lengthy. The last hearing, this is kind of round two, and they tried to expand about a decade or so ago. Was over 100 days. Really? So these are significant issues and very technical issues, but the bottom line is the environmental impacts are unacceptable.
Great news about long-term care, actually just yesterday.
We get more beds in Burlington, and this is terrific because we had a long-term care home in downtown Burlington. It was aging. It was kind of at end of life for the facility, and we didn't want to lose the beds because so many people, we want to make sure that people can age in place. And so there was a new location identified in North Burlington, and so all of those beds will be moved to this new location. We did the groundbreaking yesterday with Minister Cho and our MPPs, Effie Triantafilopoulos and Natalie Pierre. My colleague, Ward Councillor Angelo Bentivegni was there as well. And we're getting almost another 150 new beds. So we're keeping what we've got, adding to it, and this will just allow people to stay close to home and age in place when they need that level of care in the later years of their life.
Getting a new city manager.
We are.
Yeah. What does a city manager do first?
Well, the city manager is the head of the administrative side of council. So the Municipal Act technically makes the mayor the head of council, so he's kind of my counterpart on the admin side, and he's the one hire that council makes, and very important position, sets the tone of the organization, and we are so grateful for the service that Tim has given us over the last 5 years.
Camiso.
Led us through a pandemic, created a period of stability. I've been there 13 years, as you know. He's the longest serving city manager in my time. So brought a good period of stability while he was with us. So the search is beginning imminently. We're talking about what the process will be, and stay tuned on that. And Tim has very graciously agreed to stick around and help us with that transition. So we're really happy about that.
But it's important. It's an important role to fill because it's key.
The top position in the city.
Yeah, it's quite key. Okay, we're running out of time. I want to get a couple more things quickly though. We only got 30 seconds. Okay, so let's push the major transit station areas because I know you want to be building closer to transit and GO stations. Let's push that to next month. Also, maybe some budget talks, maybe to next month.
Yep.
Because we hung out outside of work and outside of you coming on the show, along with Annette. This was last month. This is the Joseph Tassoni's charity fashion show. So there's the three of us. You and Annette looking fabulous. It's so great you get involved in so many charity functions and fashion events. And this is you after walking the runway. So it was great to...
My green velvet gown, everyone's like, did you buy that? And I said, am I wearing that to a council meeting? I mean, I guess that would be unusual. But anyway, beautiful gown. It was great to dress up for a day and for a great cause.
Yeah,
so
I know money was
happy to
raised for
participate.
Joseph Brandt. So shout out to Joseph Tassoni for having us amateurs walk the runway with the professionals and try to do it. Great seeing you.
Good to see you.
We'll see you next month because there's always stuff going on in Burlington, always stuff going on in Morning Live. We'll see you in a couple minutes.